We are now live on Facebook. I always feel like I should say, I'm just going to admit that hopefully that's my darling. I'll just tell her. Hi, honey, we're all live. So if you don't want to share your face, hide it because we're live. You are in a small icon on here. If you don't want to be joining live, then you might want to just make sure you must be seen as you join me. So just make people aware. We are live in my living room. I'm going to keep a check on my language. I don't usually speak yoga. It's a little bit more passive yoga. But yeah, this is a little session I do. This is what freestyle fitness yoga is for me and my beautiful members that come and join me. It's not as your ordinary yoga would be. It's not more fit. It's a little bit more of a challenge. Should we put it that way? So we'll get started. So first of all, I'd like you to find a comfortable position to sit. Ideally, if you're sitting, the spine is erect and long. So you have basically all the vertebrae stacked on each other. So you're lengthening from the crown of the head and your tailbone is tucked under. So you're feeling the roots there. If you can't stay in this position comfortably still, then you can always lie down and keep your back held within that position. So we bring our focus into what yogis know as Iliya Bandha or the root lock and the pelvic floor lock. But this is about your pelvic floor. Shoulders back, chest lifted. I'm going to take a few moments now. Shoulders back, chest lifted. I'm just going to take a moment. Focus on you. You are live. If you've got your volume on, just double check. You can hear anyone coming through the speakers. That way you can just focus on what we're doing. So the eyes are closed. Mind may start to drift a little. But that's okay. You just want to bring your awareness now back to your breath. Now the reason you begin here is a mind-body connection. And that mind-body connection is really important to fire on the pelvic floor muscles. Feel and bring the awareness of the feeling of the movements that we create in the next 45 minutes. So you're going to slow your in-breath. Breathing in through the nose, breathing into the chest, and just letting the breath release. So we're focusing only on your inhale. The breath comes into the nose, the chest expands. The shoulders relax as you exhale. I don't want you to take too much time trying to force the breath to lengthen. Just allow your body to relax, your mind to open. And just see what happens as you tune into the in-breath. Think about your body expanding to allow the breath to move within, to where the breath moves in the chest, rib cage, collarbone, shoulders. You gently expand and open to receive the breath. Now, you're feeling no different. You're finding it hard to be aware of the body movements as you contract the breath. Try to draw your breath a little deeper and a little fuller in. So inhale through the nose and a long exhale. Breathe in deep. Breathe out. So keep breathing deeply, allowing the breath to move within, and facilitating the breath by breathing deeper. Feeling the chest rise, the lungs full. Once you feel that, deepening, expanding, focus now on your exhalation. Trying to draw evenness between the in and the out breath. Now take the breath lower towards the pelvis, towards the belly, towards the sit bones, between the legs and thighs, the pelvic floor. As you inhale, you just allow your body to expand with the breath. As you exhale, you're going to switch your pelvic floor and you're going to draw your navel in. So the muscles that assist us going to the toilet, you squeeze, lift, whatever innervates them, you pause and expel the out breath. So the inhale draws into the chest, the exhale, pelvic floor switches on, and you just allow the breath to continue. So the breath comes into the top, and pushes out from the bottom, and you lift and exhale. Once more this time, you're going to hold the pelvic floor. Come on, lift the navel and lengthen. So as you contract the belly, the back will start to lift and extend. So you really are lifting, extending upwards. And you can feel the connection from front and back of the belly. You lift your chest, keep the energy pulled in, and now breathe just into your chest and lung space. Pelvic floor. Fixing in your core muscles. This is where we shall begin and start our movements. When I remind you of your pelvic floor switching on, this is how you will bring the muscles together. You breathe in. As you breathe out, you connect, switch on, lift the belly in towards the spine, zip your chest tall and high as you extend your spine and you lengthen. Take an inhale. We're going to come into our first twist. Exhale, rotate the body, look over your back shoulder, rotating chest, looking behind us. So you turn on your spinal axes, lifting the belly, looking over your shoulder. Take an inhale, we come back to center. Exhale, the other side. So again, we're using the ab muscles to rotate and twist. There's one more person coming in tonight. Okay. So keep going on your rotation, keeping that erect spine and lengthening through the body. So we inhale, we twist. Exhale, come back to front. Inhale, rotation, looking over your shoulder and back to the center. So again, don't speed it too much. Use your breath to guide you. We're just getting that rotation on the spinal column here. So really open the waist, turn and spin the upper part of the body where that movement occurs. It releases the back and shoulders as we rotate, holding the pelvic floor. Come back to center. Take an inhale, lift up. Exhale, we take that stretch over to the side, reaching through your fingertips. And release. Other side, again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, come over to the side, stretching all the way down the side of the body. Drawing your navel in, using your core muscles to get a deep stretch. Once more each way, we inhale, reach up. Exhale, we come over. Try and keep the space between your shoulder and ear as you extend through the fingers and work all the way through the side body, not just closing off here. So reach up and reach into the stretch. Take an inhale again, reaching up, shoulders back, lift from the shoulders to the fingers, and then draw the stretch over through the side of your body. Back to center. Now we start to mobilize. So come into spinal mobility, and then we'll go into our flow. So spreading your fingers wide, pressing into the knuckle of the fingers. Hands are underneath the shoulders. You can keep your toes tucked under for comfort or feet uppermost, whatever suits you. But the knees are underneath the hips. Draw the navel in. Start to lengthen from the crown of the head. As we take an inhale, we then release the spine, look to the ceiling. And then we release up toward the sky, tucking the tailbone. So the inhale, look up. Exhale, curl around, drawing the navel in, pushing the floor away through the hands and knees, and then releasing for an in-breath to gaze up. Exhale, curl. Inhale, gaze up. So you want to keep some control through the lower back. If you're like me, you're very mobile, and you can really pinch the lower back as you roll through the pelvis. Keep a little control from drawing the belly in, and just allow your upper chest and collarbone to expand the stretch. So inhale, draw the belly in, contract, support your back. Here, try not to let your belly pinch or your pelvis start to drop too much so you get any pinching in the spine. Once more, lift the collarbone, open the heart. Then we're going to add on to our round cat pose, tucking the toes and pressing our weight behind us to stretch out into our first downward facing dog. From here, you lengthen through the sit bones, draw the navel in and lower your heels towards the floor. Keep your knees slightly bent. You're trying to get height through your hips by keeping your back straight, but not essentially the legs. You just lift the pelvis up high. Draw your weight behind you as you draw the heels towards the floor. Keeping the knees slightly bent allows you to stretch into the lower back and draw the pelvis into alignment. Take an inhale. We're going to tiptoe over, bend our elbows, bend our knees, lower to the floor, and take another inhale up. Exhale here, drawing through the belly, lift with the tummy, onto the toes, back into downward facing, really open and lifting that stretch through the back body. Then once again, tiptoe to lower, draw the navel in, release, inhale. Exhale, rounding in, drawing into the tummy, holding in through the belly, really securing that movement as we lift off, not just using your hands and your toes to lift off. Use your tummy, use your belly muscles. And then we're going to walk our feet towards the front of our mat and towards our hands. So we're coming about a couple of inches off the front there. Shoulders back, holding in a forward fold. Take an inhale, rise up, knees slightly bent, and restack your spine. Take an inhale, we exhale, we fold forward. So we drive from the chest and fold forward into a gentle forward fold. Take an inhale, fingers to shin bone. We shrug the shoulders and come into a flat back. Exhale, hands come either side, and we step into your plank. You have an option here. You can lower to the plank, from the plank to your knees, or hold for a moment, drawing in, bracing the abs. Otherwise, slowly lower your knees, untuck your toes, bend your elbows to lower the chest. Shrug your shoulders to lift your chest forward, and bring your elbows into your waist. Draw your navel in and relax your toes. Inhale, tuck the toes, push the floor away, come all the way back up, downward facing. So it's slow moving to start us off with. We're going to build up a rhythm here. So reset, take the right leg up towards the ceiling, really stretch through the toes, bend the left knee and draw the foot through towards the hands, assisting if you need to. Lower the left leg, inhale, rise, or if this feels a bit too much for you, you can always leave your hands onto your thighs and shrug the shoulders back. Hands come either side. We step back to your plank position. So we strong through the body as we contract through the thighs, lift into the belly, straighten down the body. Take an inhale and slowly lower our knees to the floor. Untuck the toes, bend your elbows to bring your chest down. Shrug the shoulders back and lift your heart. Inhale, exhale, push the floor back away to lift the downward facing, resetting here. Take an inhale, the left leg now leads, and the left leg steps through between the hands and forward. Lower your right knee, untuck the toes. If it feels comfortable, inhale, reach up or hands on your thighs. Exhale, hands either side, and we step to downward facing. Lift the sit bones high and really press the energy through the heels, lifting high through your belly, drawing in Iliad Bandai or pelvic floor cushion. Step to the front of your mat. We're going to go a little bit faster now, okay? So if you are familiar with this, you can continue to go at your own pace. Otherwise, maybe rewind, play it back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold forward, knees soften. Inhale, fingers to shin bone, flat back. Exhale, hands to either side, stepping into your plank, holding tight through your tummy, shoulders back. Take an inhale, lower your knees, and then lower your chest to the floor and shrug the shoulders back. Rise up, tuck the toes, push the floor away, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg high, step the right leg through and forward into a low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, Iliad Bandai, holding through. Step back to your plank, working on your core. Lower your knees and lower your chest. Baby Cobra, inhale. Exhale, push the floor away, downward facing. Reset, left leg bend. Left leg comes through and forward. Lower your back knee. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Step to downward facing. Switch on your pelvic floor to lift. Walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, soften and fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands, step to the plank, belly button in, lower the knees, lower your chest, shoulders back. Inhale, exhale, downward facing. Right leg leads, right leg through. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands. Step to the plank, shoulders back, lengthen through, lower knees, and your chest. Heart comes up, tuck the toes, inhale, exhale down. Right leg, left leg, sorry. Step left leg through, right leg down, inhale, reach. Exhale, hands. Step to downward facing. Starting again, reset, walking forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, rise. Reach up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, fingers to shin. Exhale, down to plank. From plank, we lower to the floor. Rise up. Inhale. Exhale, down facing. Right leg lifts. Right leg through and forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Take it back to your plank. Holding through the body. Knees and chest. Shoulders back. Release the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Left leg through. Lower the right knee. Exhale. Step back to downward facing. This time we're going to go through, I'm going to go in our own pace, remembering our sequence as we go through. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So we're just going to go through the movement pattern here. Remembering, having a look if you need to, or positioning yourself in a place where you're able to see me move without having to move your head too much. Adapting and moving through. Right leg. One more. Find yourself at the front of your mat, rising up. We're going to add on here. So that's your basic level. And if you feel comfortable, you stay right there. Okay, we're going to add on, and it does scale it up a little bit. It becomes a little bit more stronger practice. And this is where I'd like us to work a little bit more. So slight changes, watch for them, high lunge. And instead of coming to the knees, you take the dive forward, down from a plank into an up dog. Okay, so let's practice together. Shoulders back, chest lifted, inhale, rise. Exhale, forward. Take the inhale, flat back. And then we step to the plank. So this is the change. Elbows bent, tiptoe over, slightly over. So seesaw over to control the core muscle. Lower your chest and your nose and dive forward, pulling the weight onto the toes, shoulders back, lift. Elevate the body off the floor. Squeeze your buttocks. Tuck the toes, you lead with the right leg to lift into your up dog. So you stretch the toe out high. Bend the knee and take that hand, foot through and forward to your high lunge to inhale and reach up. So you're lifting through the back leg, drawing to a right angle front and draw the belly button to spine. Pelvic floor switches on. Exhale, hands either side and step to your plank. Option again, shoulders back. So make sure you tiptoe forward, draw a little bit more energy from your core. Lower nose. Inhale, rise as you pull the body through. Lifting off the floor, squeeze the buttocks, look up. Tap the toes. Leaning. Left leg high, kick all the way up. Stepping that left leg through and forward. High lunge. Inhale. Right angle front leg, lifting through the heel, draw your belly in, shoulders over hips. Reaching up to extend. Hands either side, step back. There's your changes, or you stick with the previous. Walk to the front of your mat. We're going to do 2 more rounds of that. Let's go through. Staying strong, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Strong through the body. Fix on your core. Ready to reset. Onto the mat. Draw the navel in, exhale. Keep breathing. Keep control of the breathing and then the movement with your breath. Take a breather before we set from the beginning. And again, we're going to start to add on here. So, if you thought that was a bit of a challenge, then you're only at the very base of your challenge. It's up to you. It's your journey. If you want to do a little less, you can carry on with your flow and take a breather when you need to. Okay, so we're going to add on a little bit more. So a little bit more controlled movement, isometric movements, which support the joints and ligaments, that add a little bit more to your conditioning of the body and strength, not just muscle building, but the creation of support. So let's go through this next part. So again, holding for as long as you feel comfortable, working our way through. We do 2 rounds, okay? Inhale. Exhale. So we start off very much the same. We add on once we come to our lunges. So when we set our lunge, make sure you are set, lifting through the heel, engaging the foot, so you dorsiflex down, lift through the heel, engage the kneecap, come up for a strong and stable lift. We're going to pivot, so I'm going to turn my back towards you. As we pivot on the back foot to bring that outside edge flat, we expand and dissipate across front and back body, and front and back leg. So right angle front leg, push down through that back foot and engage the thigh. Straighten the shoulders out, draw the energy from the shoulder blades. Breathe in, breathe out, turn the front palm up and start to lift to extend to your reverse warrior. Working into the front right angle. Bend your front elbow, bring the elbow down onto your thigh. Reach the opposite arm up. If you can, come all the way over as I turn the palm down. Try not to roll the body inwards, push down through the thigh, lift up through the chest, engage that triangle section of the body, really enforcing pushing away, lifting up, and making that connection through to hold your body weight. If you're able to, then this bottom arm releases as you extend the arm forward. If that's too much, you keep the elbow there for a little bit of a prop. Otherwise, once you engage this triangle here, You allow your hands to come over support, working the muscles of the core. Inhale, and then you can slowly wind and roll up. Take the palm up and back to reverse. Let's do that again. Elbow bends, bring the weight down. Extend the arm over the head, engaging the lats, the side of the body. Take an inhale, shoulders relax. Exhale, arm comes out in front. To push down, inhale, windmill the arms up and over to reverse or exultant warrior. Now, both arms up, hands overhead, into the thumbs to chest, rotate and come forward. Take an inhale. Hands come either side and step back. So we're just building up here. Shoulders back, form the plank, go through your flow. Exhale, left leg. So now as you come through, again, setting a strong, steady base. So right ankle front and weight in the heel. Inhale, lift up. Switch on your pelvic floor muscles, shoulders back. Draw your navel in. Stay strong throughout. And then we pivot and rotate on the back foot. So we press the foot outside edge down to the floor, not curling in on that arch. Natural arch should stay in its place here. Heel is in line with it. Tuck the tailbone under, push the legs apart. Draw energy through the mat. So as if you're trying to pull the mat apart, really engaging your inner thigh. Hands come level, shoulders breathe. Turn the palm up. Exhale, exultant or reverse warrior, stretching the arm down, engaging the side of your body here. Keep facing forward. Bend the front elbow and draw it down all the way to the right angle. Lift the arm straight up, if you can, straight over. So again, the triangle here. The force of lifting and pressing down engages all four angles of the triangle and stability. Once you have that strength, you're taking one side of the triangle out. So engage here, recruiting the muscles here as well to give you extra strength and tone to extend the arm out in front. You're enforcing a triangle. From here, you can either come back or you roll the arms up, palm comes forward, all the way down to exalt. And let's do that again. Elbow bends, comes down, press down into that forearm, into the leg, reaching up and over, engaging your core muscles, create the extra strength in that leverage. Send the arm forward without rotating. Inhale, reverse exultant, reach up, hands come overhead, hips over shoulders, hands into thumbs into heart, rotate back foot, come back to your lunge position, hands either side, and step back, down facing. Really lift through the hips there. Walk your hands forward, front of the mat. We're going to add on again, okay? So you stay with that if that feels comfortable, otherwise adding on, inhale, rolling up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, fingers to chin bone, look up. Exhale, come down, step into the plank. Shoulders back, tiptoe forward. Squeeze through the floor, draw your belly button in, lift through the glutes. Lift and extend upwards. Right leg high, right leg through. High lunge. Stability in your high lunge, rotating out to warrior two. Warrior two becomes the right angle pose. Reach up. Elbow down. Reach over. Take a breath in, hold support through your body. Arm comes forward if you have stability. Then roll up, reverse. Once again, elbow down, reach over. Shoulders back, engage, press through the back foot. Come all the way back up. Exultant. Now we come back, push, front leg straight. Try and keep your weight dissipated through both sides. Bring your hands to level and drop your shoulders. Push into your back hip, but don't just force your hips forward. Draw your tummy in so that it moves in one fluid movement. Angle your arms down just to above the knee, no lower. Start off by drawing your weight as a whole down, slowly sliding rather than falling into it. Draw your shoulders back, hips stack, inhale, exhale, lower. So you're coming here into right angle, releasing your toes. Take an inhale, you can reach the arm underneath forward and hold. Again, if this is too much, you bring the hand back. Otherwise, engage your core for anti-rotation. Breathe. Breathe. To come out, we micro bend the knee. We swing and sway the arms all the way up. And then we're going to reach the arms over and rotate. Come back to the lunge. So reset, fold forward into the lunge. Inhale. Exhale, reach up. Stretch with the fingers. Inhale. Exhale, reach up. Try and keep your legs static and stable as they are. Inhale, weight in the heel. Stretch up using your body. And then bring your hands forward, kicking into the back leg. Stability in the back leg. Shoulders back, take into plank position. Reset for your flow. Shoulders back, squeeze the buttocks. Left leg. Left leg rises. Left leg steps through forward to your high lunge. Weight in your heel. Heel elbow, draw your pelvic floor in. Draw your shoulders over your hips. Stabilize and ground. Take an inhale. Exhale, pivot back foot. And lifting through the back arch. Draw the right angle. Rotate your hips outwards. Bring your hands shoulder height. Rotate the palm up. Exhale. Exultant or reverse. Straight into front elbow bent. All the way down into right angle. Reach up and over. Again, draw the energy from outside in. Draw the belly in. If you can, extend the arm out. Inhale, rotation, reach up. Let's go again. Elbow bent, come over. If you want to extend, hold and breathe. Keep your core stable. Inhale, reach up. Arm overhead, reach through it. Come back to warrior two. Relax the shoulders. Straighten front leg, engage back leg. Tuck the tailbone under, straighten up. Hinge from the hip, hands to the knee, draw thigh, not any lower. So we're keeping everything engaged through your core, all the way through your leg, as full extension as you lower. So you're pushing the hip under and forward here, keeping your weight from dipping, okay? Inhale, exhale, lower, slide down. Same track, the hand stays here, your hips stay in tracking. It doesn't come forward, so draw in the belly, tuck the tailbone under. Stack your hips, exhale, go lower. Once you find it and you feel it in the top of the body as well, you can then add the extra hold. To come out, micro bend your knee, swing the arms all the way up, hands come over into heart center, rotating through the back foot to your lunge, then inhale, exhale, inhale, kick off. So you're lifting through the back knee, keeping stability in the front, reach up and open your chest, reach through your fingers, shoulders back. Excellent. Hands either side. Step into your plank. Take a breather. So we should be working quite a lot of strength here now. So lift the hip bones. Take a breath in, relax and release. Recovery breaths. Once more. I'm not going to say a word. Let's do it. Once more. Stay with each other connected. Focus on your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. If you want to add a little bit more, you can jump, up to you. Right, elbow bend. Optional. Squeeze. Right leg. Forward. Level up. Draw the belly in. Strengthen through your core. Reverse. Right angle. Challenge. Reverse. Right angle. Challenge. Reverse. Warrior two. Straighten. Come over, shoulders back, triangle. Inhale, lower. Find stability. Challenge. Bend the knee, inhale, sweep all the way up. Reverse. Hands come overhead. Into lunge. Rotate. Reach up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Once more. Hold. Hands either side. Step through. Plank position, shoulders back, down to the floor. Upward facing. Inhale. Exhale. Step through. Lunge. Inhale, lift. Rotate out. Warrior two. Reverse. Right angle. Challenge. Reverse. Right angle. Challenge. Reverse. Warrior two. Level the shoulders. Straighten front leg. Hinge from the hips. Triangle. Shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Find your stability. Challenge. Really reaching up, elevate, and use those muscles. Bend, inhale, switch up. Reverse. Rotate. And the twist. Lunge, weight in the heel. Let's do this. Try and keep your weight center rather than going forward. Hold. Hands either side. Step. Oh, I'll be feeling it. Lift the sit bones, straighten out the back. Lift the sit bones higher. Release your energy to the floor as you stretch and elongate your spine. Find the length. Settling through your legs. It's not a stretch your legs, it's pushing and extending your spine. Lifting into one straight line. Breathing in, breathing out. Release the energy down. Let's take it into a nice stretch here. I say nice, it might not feel nice, but it'll be nice tomorrow. So we're going to take our right knee forward. Right knee to the hands. Foot slightly over to the left, underneath the left hip, and you lower your weight evenly down. So hips are level. Now, if you're finding this a little bit of a bind, you can always bend your knees slightly and bring your weight over to the right side. Ideally, the hips stay square. You adjust for comfort. So this foot is uppermost. Shoulders back. Take a breath in, draw your belly in. It's pinching on your spine a little bit. You can walk your hands a little bit further forward and then add the back bend. So you need to feel that works for you. So evenly distributed, not leaning to one side. You can always use a cushion here. Otherwise, inhale, shoulders back. Press the bottom leg, back leg down and breathe. So find a little bundle, shoulders back, draw your belly in. Lift through the crown of the head, lengthen. Option here. If this is enough of a stretch, or you don't have a strap, stay here. Otherwise, if you're flexible or you have a strap, look, back foot lifts. Do not shunt your way forward. Try and keep lifting through the front. Draw that foot towards you, shoulders back, hold, belly button to spine. Increase the stretch and the exhalation. Use your tummy muscles. And slowly release. Walk forward, level your hips and bring yourself into forearms, keep your hips level. You can come all the way down without rocking to the right side, then do. Otherwise, keep it up, I see the support. It comes down, breathe. Hands to support, elbows down to support. Drop your weight and energy to the floor and release the hips. Walk your hands back. I'm going to switch to the other side now. Tuck the toes under, lift it downward facing. Press down through the heels, lift just hip bones up high. We're going to switch over. So again, lift that sit bone high. Get that length once again. Create that space to bring that left knee forward, left knee center, and left heel to the right side. Drop the foot flat, hips relax down, shoulders back. Again, you can come a little bit further forward if you feel too much compression in your back. Draw your belly in, recruit those muscles again, shoulders back, chest lift. Breathe in and lower your hips to the floor on the exhalation. Inhale, exhale, lower your hips to the floor. Again, working with what works for you. If you're feeling a lot in the actual hip joint itself, so I have to be careful. I'm really mobile here, so I need to squeeze a little bit more from my glute to support my hip. Otherwise, I'm making the hip as I'm trying to stretch ligaments and not actually the muscle. So we're going to move on here. So opposite hand comes across. Try not to shoot your weight forward, and then you turn into that stretch. You hold that leg or foot. If you need a bit more, add a strap here. Breathe in. Breathe out, go a little bit closer. Slowly release. Level the hips. Come down into forearms. You can keep your hips level. If that feels comfortable and your lower back is released, stay here. Otherwise, come all the way down. Pull hips in mat and breathe. Walk your hands back, either side, tuck your toes under. Lift up downward facing. Let's hold in that downward facing. So again, you should be able to feel that we can go a little bit maybe wider with our feet and turn our heels out. So step a little wider in your downward facing. Push into the knuckles of the fingers. Keep your head in line with your arms and push your hips and tailbone up higher. Then you try and lower your heels down. Don't straighten your legs. Try and lower your heels down, but keep your hips lifted. And that grows the stretch from the back of the legs without forcing it behind the knees. Let's focus here. If it feels right to do so, you may expand your legs a little bit and push the stretch deeper. Turn the heels out. Draw your navel and lift into the core, into the belly. Release the hips and pelvis back of the legs. So I'm going to turn around because I need a bit of grip because I'm on carpet here. So I want to take my legs wider. So you can do that as well if you need to. So you walk your legs wider. So I'm now coming a little bit shorter. So I'm shortening my dog, walking my hands in. So I can lower my heels to the floor and get a wide stance, pushing out through my heels and lifting the inner arch of my foot. Breathing in. So the ankles get a little bit of a stretch here and a little stability here on that balance, strengthen around those ligaments and support my foot. I'm going to start to push my hands a little bit more further in towards the stretch in the back of the legs. I'm taking the weight a little bit off my fingers and drawing my energy towards over my toes in the center line. Try and bring your chest a little more forward between the legs with your sit bones high without pushing your sit bones back. So if you keep your legs where they are and just start to bring your chest through your hands, lifting your sit bones higher as you do so. That then traces the stretch down the back of the legs, all the way back down to the ankles, from all the way the length of the legs and the spine. So you can go a little further if you can to increase the stretch. Again, working with what feels comfortable for you. Find that stretch that suits you to hold and breathe for a couple of moments now. This is too much. You can always bring your hands, lift your head a little further forward if you feel lightheaded, or you can use a cushion or a block. You keep the legs extended, pushing your energy out and away through the outside leg. Or you keep folding forward. You can always take an inhale, lift up if you want to increase the stretch, and exhale, come forward to just drop in a little deeper. So you start to mobilize into the thighs. You can inhale, look up. Exhale, fold deeper. The legs where they are. Inhale, we tilt from the pelvis, we lift. Exhale, come forward, keeping our weight in the heels, feet securely based down without coming onto one side or edge of the foot. Inhale as we come up, maybe bring your heels in, square the foot. Right hand stays center. Exhale, lift the left arm and extend up. Turn your body. Keep your hips where they are. Take an inhale, switch over. Use your fingertips as support to get that extra height. And then reach up, shoulders back. Press for your feet. Let's switch it over one more time. Push the heels. Your weight embedded through the feet. Stretch up. Really lengthen through your spine, through your legs, all the way through your fingertips, from shoulder to shoulder. Draw the shoulder blades together as we switch over. So draw the energy in through the belly. You add the rotation in your waist, and you draw the shoulders back into alignment. And stretch up. Last time, take an inhale, come forward. Folding forward, you can hang your weight forward if you want to fold the arms and just hold for a few moments. Or if you want to soften your knees and add a little bit of a movement here, just swinging from left to right. Now, I'm going to turn around. You don't have to, because I'm going to come back to the safe base of my downward facing dog. Lift my sit bones a little higher. And I'm going to tiptoe onto my knees, bring my feet together, and sink my weight back to my heels. And just come into either arms forward into your child's pose, or you can tuck your arms in. Just take a couple of breaths here. So just get yourself as small as you can, as comfortable as you can be. Thighs together, toes flat to the floor, forehead down. You can always make a pillow if you can't quite make it down. So you have your hips to the floor and maybe your head doesn't quite get there. You can also stick a pillow underneath and between your thighs. Again, I can't see what you're doing. Just a recommendation here if you need to. So you're going to support the weight of your spine so it stays really open. So all the facets and all the discs and the juices between the spine and the facets will just feel released. Again, if you have any problems with slip discs, maybe not the best thing to do. You can just lie on your back. Drop the shoulders, drop the energy. Let your body expand with the breath now as it softens. Breathe deeply. Breathe full in and full out breath. Bring all your energy down now. Feel the side effects as your body starts to come to relaxation. So you might feel the energy, the buzz of muscles working, muscles connecting, the sound of the buzz of the muscles starts to take a little bit of a quieter, easy, soft, flexible buzz now. So start to relax. Maybe you can hear the sound of something around you, external noises, or maybe the sound of your breath. Or maybe the feel of your heartbeat now. Your chest presses into your thighs. The heartbeat radiates throughout the body. You tune into either the breath or your heartbeat, whatever you feel you need to today. Whatever is your guide today. Whatever allows you to reflect your needs. Bring that focus. Allow your energy to dissolve, to dissipate, to melt, to evaporate from around you. Know you're left with a strong body. Allow it to be supported as you breathe. You hold yourself in space by the supportive floor, allowing gravity to assist your body down. No resistance. Surrender within to the now. Start to breathe a little deeper. Full breath in. Full sigh and release out. Try and harness and bring the energy back as you prepare yourself to unwind and move once again. Take your time to slowly rise back up. Thank you, Facebook Live. I'm going to come off the live now.